I'm going to I'm going to start recording, and we'll start in about 9 minutes. So this is a good time just for fellowship and talking to each other. Great.
Okay.
Great. 1:30 meeting today, Aaron? After?
Yes, 1:30 board meeting.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Rob, how is your back?
It's better. I got my ice over here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's getting better though every day. It's just the nerves, you know,
Yeah.
from the surgery. It's just the nerves coming back, but everything else feels good. So, yeah. So
Okay.
doctor's happy. It's okay. So
As
thank
long
you.
as you're happy, it doesn't matter what the doctor thinks.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Is that root beer in ginger ale or the ice in root beer or ginger ale? Where's the ice?
Yeah. No ice. Yeah. On the rocks, right? No, not on the rocks. Yep. So I'm all about the ice and heat. That's my off and on.
Did you ever use one of those electronic gizmos you can buy nowadays? You stick to your back and it kills the pain?
No, I haven't.
You can get them at the local pharmacies and grocery stores even.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not too bad. You know, honestly, you know, it's helped a lot is just getting up and walking. It's when I lay down at night and for a long period of time, and that's when it like gets stiff and then it starts to hurt. So it's got to keep moving. But they said about 4 to 6 weeks before the nerve pain will be won't be as noticeable. So, and I'm at 4 weeks now. So
Oh, great.
I'm getting there.
Great.
Yeah, it's feeling a lot better. Thank you.
What happened to you, Rob?
I had
baby?
back surgery. I had a
Oh,
lumbar fusion. So that my L5 and S1, they fused together with some hardware. And so I've had back pain for, oh gosh, years. A couple car accidents, sports injuries, that kind of stuff, and just wear and tear. And it was just time. So.
oh my gosh. I'm glad
Yeah.
to see you back in the saddle.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Devin. Welcome back,
Fingers crossed.
Jocelyn. Hi, Brian. We'll get started in about 7 minutes, folks. Molly, do you want to post the sign-up sheet? Well, we got some folks here,
Sure,
maybe.
I think you did, because I signed up.
I did, but I better post it again just to be on the,
Yeah,
Oh,
as
is
new
it in the
people
chat?
arrive, yeah.
Okay.
Better to sign
Yeah.
twice than not at all.
Yeah, I guess so.
I need to remember to sign in too.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, there we go. I found it.
Hi, Denise.
Hi,
How are
Good
you?
morning.
I'm fine. Good morning. May I do some show and tell while we wait?
Absolutely.
Okay, so here's an let's see, this is an eighth grader's Art for Peace.
Oh my. Hope.
She did this
Nice.
really cool
Yes.
collage.
That's great.
I mean, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, it
They
is.
haven't
Really.
they haven't been judged yet, but I think that was a cool example. It's all about for the Art for Peace is connected to the Rotary Peace Conference about peace during a pandemic, and so a lot of the kids' art was very dark this year because they were talking about things that are going on in the world.
Wow.
But I thought that a lot of them were colorful.
Oh,
Those are
how's
beautiful.
it?
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
This is a cool one. Let me make sure. Okay, so this one's made out of paint chips.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh, that
okay.
is
From-
really nice. Yeah.
Isn't that for
Yeah.
That's really cool. With the hands.
Oh,
that's
my.
a fourth grader made that.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Lower
I'm
than
impressed.
elementary. I think that one's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And then here's a little sweetie pie who did all the things that you have to do with what you expect, right?
Rosy light.
Little Clorox wipes.
Wow.
So precious.
Clorox.
So cool.
We had
Denise, you
another
are
little
just a
fourth
great
grader
teacher. So cool.
who had, did this big dragon, and this one's feeling kind of kind of stressed out about the world.
That's a good one though. It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
very
The
good.
colors, the colors are lovely. I love this little one.
Namaste.
Oh my
Namaste.
goodness.
I just
Yes,
thought that was so
Rotary.
cute.
Oh,
Is that the
Yoga.
down dog?
namaste.
Look at this. Just
And
have it just have
namaste.
little dog bones.
That
Has
was,
little dog
Oh
bones.
Those
my
are great.
goodness.
Denise, is that the down dog?
Yes, I think that
Yeah.
is definitely the damn dog.
Younger dog.
And
Right.
this one, I did a good photograph. We haven't judged these yet, but here's one. This is from an 11-year-old. Did the cutouts. This is a 3D.
Oh
Wow.
my
Wow.
goodness.
I mean,
Wow.
and then she did all the bubbles of things that make her feel happier. She said, finding peace in my bubble.
Mhm.
These are my bubbles. And so that's
Oh,
those. Can I go
my.
get some more? I'll go show you some of the high school ones.
Wow.
Sure.
Sure, sure. Yeah, we have about 3 more minutes.
Okay.
Cool.
Hi, Isaac. Hi, James. Hello, Lois Derry. I think I said hello, Devin, if I haven't. Okay.
Now these are the high school ones. Just real quick. Here's a pen and ink.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Oh,
well
wow.
done.
Here's this young lady wrote these are all rotary symbols.
Oh,
Those are great.
That's a
Oh,
high
I
school
see.
one.
Good.
I thought this one was pretty beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
If you
yes.
saw this, if you could see that really close up, and then the rotary symbol is kind of built in here.
Mhm.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
mean, the colors that she did were gorgeous. And then this is the last one that I'm going to show for today. And this is done on corrugated cardboard.
Wow. That's unique.
Cool.
Yeah, very
Oh
And
cool.
all
my
the rotary,
goodness.
all the rotary symbols.
Beautiful.
Some cool work.
Yeah.
Okay,
thank you
well,
so
I
much,
just wanted to
Denise.
share with you.
No, that's
things that
awesome.
Bring me joy.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Denise.
Thank
that's
you.
great.
You're welcome.
That's great. We'll get started in a couple minutes, folks.
Right.
James, what does your t-shirt say? Manila? You're on mute.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Now,
It says Manila, the Philippines.
Okay.
yes.
Philippines, okay. Hi, Dr. Lynn.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey.
You know, the problem is when you're at home, you got all these clothes in the closet. So I've been going through my t-shirts every day.
Right?
Yeah, I'm on Central America tomorrow. So
Okay.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna wear the Peru.
Oh, nice.
When do you do Cleveland?
Cleveland, Ohio. I think I did that back in January. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's before COVID.
Yeah, one of the first ones. Good.
Well, that's good. You're still traveling the world.
That's right. I can't be there, but I'll wear it.
Oh, okay. I
Right.
thought you were going, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, hello, Shodi.
The problem is when you go, you're not sure you get back.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Shodi.
Good to see you.
Yes. Okay, folks, we'll get started in 1 minute.
Hello.
Here's where we need that mute cup. We don't want to listen to Shodi's private conversation. Here we go. Okay. Okay, folks, let's get started. As we remember, that October is Economic and Community Development Month in the Rotary world. I call the October 15th, 2020 meeting of the Rotary Club of San Marino to order. We are truly a club that
Makes
Makes a difference.
makes a difference. Thank you so much. Okay, please stand and join me in reciting, oops, my apologies, my apologies. In reciting the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Number one,
Is it
is it the
Truth.
truth?
Truth.
Second,
Is
Fair.
it
Total
Well,
concern.
I'm concerned.
third,
will it
will
build?
Build goodwill and better
Better
friendship.
relationships.
fourth,
Will it
be
beneficial
to all
concerned.
concerned.
okay. Please join me. 1 second here. Now
Whoops, sorry.
please remain standing for the flag, and I will bring that up in 1 sec. Where is my flag? 1 second here. Here we go. Okay, right hand over your heart and begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag
to the flag
of the
of the
United
United
States of
States of
America
States of
America
America
and to the republic
for which
for which it
stands
stands,
one
one
nation,
nation
under
Under
God,
God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty and
and
justice for all.
justice for all.
Thank you. Please remain standing for the invocation. We are thankful for this day that you have given us, for its blessings, its opportunities, its challenges. May we appreciate and use each day that comes to us. We pray for strength and guidance for each day as it comes, for each day's duties, for each day's problems. May we be challenged to give our best always, and may we be assured of your presence with us. Amen.
amen.
Amen. And we have a very I don't think he's on right now. So we have a very special
I'm there.
guest with us today. We have not seen fellow Rotarian Calvin Taylor. Hi, Calvin.
Hello.
We'd like to extend well wishes. Calvin, will you? He underwent a minor stroke last week. And Calvin, will you please give us an update on your health?
Well, I'm looking for somebody that can do a skit for a Saturday Night Live for my 36 hours at the Methodist Hospital.
There you go.
Well, we understand you're recuperating at home. Is that correct, Cal?
Well, they didn't find anything upstairs, so I guess I'm an airhead now.
Okay. Okay. So it's good to see you, and may we all extend some well wishes to Cal. Thank
You know, the story is I'd rather be seen than viewed.
Yeah.
But I'm doing good. I not quite as steady as I was before this all took place, and my wife says my words are slurred a little bit, and I do have trouble picking words out of my brain. I'm just missing a few.
Okay.
But
All
the
right.
experience at Methodist Hospital was something that could only be written up in a script.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Cal. We send
You
best
bet.
wishes
Thank
to
you.
you.
Thanks for the invite to get on board.
Of course, yes. Okay, introduction of guests, and today we have Molly to help us with that.
Okay, I see Rogelio Jimenez.
Yes, I'm here.
We're welcome to our meeting.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And I see some other speaker guests who will be introduced a little bit later. Is that right, Aaron?
Yes, we have Jocelyn Stewart, who works with Dr. Covino. Welcome to our club, Jocelyn.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here.
Yes, and Rogelio is a vice president, if I'm correct, of the Rotaract Club at Cal State LA. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct, Aaron.
Okay, welcome, Rogelio. Do we have anyone else, Molly?
No, I didn't see anybody
I think
else.
that's it. I think that's it.
But I will take this time to tell you I did post the sign in the chat.
Great. Yeah, so we can have everyone click on the link, Molly's link, and please sign in. Okay, now's the time to raise your polio pig envelopes. Please lift them up high so everyone can see them on screen. Great. And then take your money and give this week's contribution. Thank you so much to everyone for continuing to contribute. Thank you so much. Okay, great. Okay, birthdays. October 13th, Ching Louis. So that was a couple of days ago. Please wish him a happy birthday. Yesterday was member Chris Norgard's birthday. And tomorrow is Emil Bale's birthday. So please extend our well wishes to them. Member anniversaries. On October 13th, Stuart Seifert will celebrate 36 years as a Rotarian. So congratulations to Stuart. And then we have Linda Waugh. You're on the call. On Saturday, she'll be celebrating her 7th year as a Rotarian. So congratulations, Linda. And then lastly, also on Saturday, Stephen Schultz will celebrate his 24th year as a Rotarian. So congratulations to everyone. Okay, moving on to announcements. Our first announcement comes from Denise Wadsworth.
All right. Our End Polio Now Walk is taking shape. It is next Saturday, October 24th. That is World Polio Day. The walk is a very comfortable 1 mile around Huntington Middle School, and it will be from 4 to 6 p.m. We have an ice cream truck. That makes me very happy. We all like ice cream. And I would like you to just please join us. You can bring your dogs, wear a Rotary shirt or an End Polio Now shirt, or something in red for Rotary, or purple because in Afghanistan and Pakistan, you paint your pinky purple with a Sharpie marker when we do our national immunizations there in those war-torn countries. So please join us next Saturday for our World Polio Day walk. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise. Next Saturday, October 24th. Please mark your calendars. Okay, Andrew has an exciting update on our van. Andrew, I'm going to spotlight you.
Thank you. Okay, so just to give a little bit of background before, there's a video I'm going to show that says it better than probably anything I can say. But basically, Rotary has funded a NGO in Cambodia called ODA, and ODA runs English schools. They also do artwork, and they're operating in about 8 villages. And these villages are near a health center. It's a very primitive health center, and the problem is that often pregnant women go there, and sometimes deliveries are difficult. And in order to take them to the nearest city, which is Siem Reap, they have to take a tuk-tuk, which, if anybody knows what a tuk-tuk is, it's a motorcycle attached essentially to a cart. And they have a large one, which is an ambulance tuk-tuk, and it bounces. Patients have actually been thrown out of the cart in transport because the roads are very poor. And also it's very slow, so patients have died along the way. So they really wanted to have an ambulance, and we donated about $15,000 to the project. Wasn't quite enough even for a used ambulance because there's 125% import duties in Cambodia. But fortunately, the Australian volunteers who work there got excited over this because they could see the light at the end of the tunnel. So they got Australians to donate money, and an Australian Rotary and a private Australian donor put up the remaining $8,000, and they now have an ambulance, which I think they did the handoff ceremony on the 13th, a couple of days ago. So that's what the video is about. And if I can get this to work right, I can show it to you. Let's see, there we go. And let's get the full screen here. And here we go.
I don't think we have sound, Andrew. And Andrew, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't think we
Does it
have
work?
the sound. Yeah, I think maybe because
Oh,
your
I
mic
hear
is
it.
plugged.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
I think because it's your mic,
My
Bluetooth.
mic is off?
Yeah.
Just a second. Let me
That's okay.
restart it then.
Or you have to unplug.
Andrew, you need to, before you share,
Uh-huh.
when you pull up the share and then it's got the different choices of which screen,
Yeah.
there's a little box that says share computer sound.
Oh, okay.
You gotta
That's the
check
problem.
that box.
Okay, let's try it again. So going to this computer, okay. And there's a box that says, I don't have a mute or
No,
anything.
before you share it, before you share it, take a step back.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so you
And
have,
I don't see anything.
are you looking at a
You want me
white
to try it on
box?
my end, Andrew?
I'm sorry?
You want me to try it on my end?
Yeah, why don't you give it a shot? Because this is what I was worried about.
Yeah, it's okay.
It might also be because I have an earpiece plugged in, which could be causing a problem. I could try it without the earpiece. It actually did work before. You want to give it one more chance, and if it doesn't work, then...
Sure, go ahead.
All right. I think this is where the problem is probably. Can you hear it now?
Yes.
Is it working?
Yes.
Perfect.
All right.
He's the head of the NGO. His name is Lung. I guess that's it.
Thank you, Andrew.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Terrific. Okay, terrific. Congratulations to Andrew and the International Committee. Great job. Thank you. If it wasn't for those investments in those small coins years ago, that wouldn't have been possible, correct, Andrew?
Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, folks. On that note, we received a very special message from Rotary. I hope you got this message. With regards to our contributions to the Rotary Annual Fund. Your contributions help us promote peace, fight disease, provide clean water and sanitation, save mothers and children, support education, grow local economies, and respond to disasters. Thanks to Rotarians who give every year, we've accomplished a lot in 2019-20. Rotarians gave $123.6 million to the annual fund. The foundation awarded 1,359 global grants. So thanks to all of you for contributing every single year as we do. Thanks to John for making that happen. John Jones, our foundation, and Denise last year. Pat on the back, everyone, so congratulations. Okay, we just have a few quick more messages before we hand it over to Linda to introduce our guest. On August 20th, Governor Gavin Newsom appointed 15 Superior Court judges, 7 being in LA County. One of those appointed was our very own Adam Chang. Please join me in congratulating Adam Chang to his new appointment. I don't see him on here, but if you do see him, please congratulate him. Thank you. Okay, Gilda reminds us to please participate in the club survey. An email went out last Friday with the link. If you have not completed that, please do so. It takes only 5 minutes of your time, and we have had 20 new responses, so thank you to all that have responded so far. Okay, speaking of surveys, we have an update on our bike project. You should have received an email from Colleen Carey from the Pasadena Rotary Club. She sent us an email with regard to the bike build taking place on November 14th. That's a Saturday. And what they're trying to do is spread the work over 3 days to help with social distancing. So they've added 2 more dates during the week, and they would like to get an account for and see how many people are interested in doing those weekday dates. So if you can open that email and just click which date you're interested in. It's not a commitment. It's just a kind of a survey to see how many people would be willing to do those weekday dates. Okay. All right, and then lastly, I will share the link for the pledge and invocation here. If you can please look at the dates and then sign up. I think we need only one more date in October. I think it's the last week in October. And then one more announcement. We have Rogelio Jimenez who wants to give us an update on Rotaract Club. Rogelio?
Yes, thank you everyone for having me today. Just to, well, it has been kind of hard for, I guess, every club on campus just to transition from having regular weekly meetings on campus and, you know, building that bond between the members and our club. But now that it's online, it's kind of been a little bit difficult to even have them reach back out to us, from this being emails or even having Zoom calls with them, just because we do know that every student is going through their own issues, whether they're trying to focus more on their classes, as well as, maybe their job, they lost a job because of this situation. I know for us, we also had to push back our time capsule event that we were gonna have. We already had all the logistics ready for this past semester. But because of transitioning to online, we had to push that because we can no longer have any gatherings. So we're just, right now, what we're doing is we're just brainstorming more ideas for next semester. Just because our club did think that next semester we would be transitioning back to having classes in person. But as we received emails saying that we will still be having online, so now we have a variety of ideas to do community service online, as well as our president, Bianca. She has had a lot of ideas, especially donating masks. I know herself, she's made, I think, over 1,000 masks this summer alone. And this semester, we've definitely been helping her, trying to increase that, and just trying to keep pushing and transitioning, trying to still get more members, so we could have more help when we do these community services.
Thank you so much, Rogelio. That was really invaluable. Anytime you want to come make an announcement, please just send us a message. We'd love to hear from you from time to time. Thank you.
Okay, definitely. I'll definitely be reaching out more.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, folks. Next week for our program, we have Margaret Bell from the Norton Simon Museum speaking about the insight into the function of art in physical, mental, and spiritual care with examples from different areas of the museum collection. So thank you to Stephanie Johnson and the program committee for bringing that program to us. Okay, I will ask Linda Waugh if she can unmute herself to introduce our guest speaker. At the same time, I am going to start the presentation.
Great. Well, thank you. Good to see Rotary again, all my fellow Rotarians. And I am so proud to be able to introduce Dr. Bill Covino. Bill is the 7th president of Cal State LA, and he's been here since 2013, so about 7 years. I still feel like you're on your honeymoon period, though, because Bill has just done so much at Cal State LA. I just feel like, wow, the progress is just not going to stop. I mean, he's done some amazing work, which he'll tell you about. And besides just talking about all the amazing work Bill has done, I hope that when we get back to really seeing each other, I hope at some point we'll be able to do a tour of some of the things at Cal State LA. They just really, the whole campus has really been transformed since Bill has been there. But Bill has really emphasized, since being the president, he has moved Cal State LA up to being the #1 university recognized for social mobility, increasing social mobility in our communities, which is huge. So across the nation, we are the #1 university to do that. Bill has also done a number of other things, including making civic engagement one of the requirements for all the students to really get them to understand what's happening in our communities. And one of the other things I'm really, I've done with people in the community is Dr. Covino and the other Dr. Covino, Dr. Debbie Covino, have run a Minds Matters program at Cal State LA, which really focuses on improving the mental health, just the well-being of all the students. And they have, I think, over 300 ambassadors now, Bill. And I just recently had a community event where we engaged with Dr. Debbie Covino. So that's also just really, really wonderful things that both the Dr. Covinos are doing, but certainly Bill Covino has just done an amazing job at Cal State LA. So I know you all want to hear about Rotaract, and I know Bill Payne has some questions about that too. But with that, I'm just going to let Bill Covino take this away. So Dr. Covino.
Hold up a mirror to the city of Los Angeles and what is reflected? A place where innovation thrives, where opportunity abounds and intellect expands, where creativity produces new visions, where compassion heals, where science and technology drive progress. Hold up a mirror to the city and what is reflected? A place that embraces all people, where we transform lives with each step up the ladder of prosperity, where we energize communities, where we reinvigorate our region and shape the future of our city, our state, and our nation. Hold up a mirror to the city and what do you see? Cal State LA. We are LA. Join us as we soar to greater heights. Cal State LA ranked #1 in the nation for upward mobility.
Good afternoon. I presume I'm up there somewhere.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That was Cal State LA in its pre-pandemic glory, and we're actually distributed across Southern California, still doing glorious things during this pandemic period, and I'm just delighted to be with you today because I don't get out much these days, and getting a chance to meet with you is great. Rogelio, good to see you. I mean, thank you very much for.
Good to see you, President Covino.
Yeah. I mean, Rogelio and the students and the clubs and organizations have just been dynamite during this really challenging period in their outreach, in their fellowship, in their community service. It's really made a tremendous difference, and they've actually been very, very active. So I'm delighted about that. I hope you enjoyed the video. It is the case that Cal State LA, through these challenges, continues to play a vital role in the lives of our students, their families, our region, just as we always have. We have been committed all these years to engagement and service for the public good, and continue to develop deep relationships with the communities that we serve. And now, right now, during the pandemic, of course, those relationships are underscored. and made even more important. And the magnitude of challenges that our surrounding communities face is even greater, and we want to be even more involved. The last 7 months, as you know, have not been easy, not for our more than 27,000 students, our faculty, our staff, our nation. So we have started this new academic year keenly aware that it is unlike any other in the history of Cal State LA. We are seeing and hearing and feeling the differences at every turn, at every moment. The good news is that Cal State LA continues to transform lives and to foster thriving communities across greater Los Angeles and to cultivate and amplify the unique talents and intellect of students like Rogelio and support their overall success, their well-being, to continue to support the public good. That dedication has not dimmed a bit. Across the university, our faculty have worked with creativity and drive and dedication and energy to ensure that the pandemic will not prevent our students from working toward their degrees. I want to share a few of the ways that we've pivoted to meet the needs of our students and the community in this particular and unique chapter in our history. So I think we have some slides for you. That was the first one. There we are. There we are. In preparation for this academic year and our first fully virtual semester, and it will be a year, we are going to extend this for the entire academic year into 2021. We purchased thousands more laptops and hotspots, anticipating the needs of our students. And we can go to the next slide, I think. We organized a way to distribute that technology through a contact-free process, and we're passing out our laptops and hotspots to students. On some days, we have lines of cars here as we've announced a laptop hotspot distribution, and there are other means for the students to get them as well. We know that our students need this help. Next slide. Our faculty met the challenge. That's the little one is the faculty member, and the one at the desk, I'm not sure. No, that's not right. Our faculty met the challenge of the pandemic by spending much of this summer preparing to teach in ways that will challenge and prepare and engage our students in a virtual space. Over the summer, nearly 1,000 faculty completed certification by the Center for Effective Teaching and Learning in what we call ALT instruction. That program is providing them greater tools for teaching in a virtual space. Recognizing the importance of keeping everyone connected, particularly during the pandemic, our advisors increased their communications with students by 450%, about 500,000 more communications than we've had in a typical term. We saw an increase in student advising appointments, a decrease in no-shows. In spite of the pandemic, our enrollment is steady, 27,000 students. We have not seen any softening in enrollment. And in fact, we've seen very high demand, and we're going to be accepting more students, transfer students for the spring semester. So in spite of the pandemic, there is strong and eager involvement at Cal State LA. Next slide. The pandemic, of course, has left families struggling, some without work, others on the brink of eviction. So this spring, in response to that, and with gratitude for our federal government and its funding, we dispersed nearly $18 million in CARES Act funding to almost 20,000 students. Before we received the CARES Act funding, we were using university funds to assist students with emergency grants that at that point had already totaled $286,000. Some of our students were not eligible for CARES Act funding, notably our undocumented students. So we provided nearly $1 million to ensure that all of our students, regardless of their status, received the help that they needed. And we still have some funding this semester that we're continuing to distribute to our students. Next slides. We've held a number, and this has been such great fun. We have held a number of food distribution events to serve families in our communities. CNN came along and did a little piece on us, and we were gratified by that. We held the distribution with the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank this summer, one of 4 or 5 distributions that we've done to this point. And that distribution provided more than 3,000 families with 80 pounds of food each. So working with our community partners, such as the YMCA's Achieve LA program, we continue to support these needs through food distributions. We have another food distribution slide, I think, that we haven't seen yet. Yeah, there we are. So we continue to distribute the food. The community, well, I mean, think about it, 3,000 families, 3,000 cars, right, lined up at Cal State LA. And one notable community member, a woman with a young child who walked from about a mile to Cal State LA with the baby in a stroller and heard that we were giving out food. She wasn't aware of all the logistics, but she wanted to participate. So we pulled together our 80 pounds of food. One of our staff got her a chauffeured ride back home, and she enjoyed the distribution just like everyone else did. Those are kinds of touching moments that we see in the communities when we're able to do this, this sort of outreach. Next slide. The Cal State LA Food Pantry is located on campus and provides food assistance to students. And in addition to the food pantry, we have a COVID-19 testing site on campus so that those in nearby communities or those who want to come to a familiar place to be tested, they can do so. We have it right here. Next slide. Next slide.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Let me.
This is a good one. This is a good one. We got more.
Yep. Let me restart that one more time.
All right. Linda meant that was the right. Oh, you're going to go through them and get there. Okay, great.
Hopefully this works. One second. All right, there we go.
There we go. Linda mentioned the Mind Matters initiative at Cal State LA that Debbie Covino and I have been leading for, this is our 8th year. We've retitled that initiative as the Well-Being You initiative, you know, the letter U, Well-Being You, and expanded its scope. Here you see a picture of Father Greg Boyle, who appeared with us just a couple of weeks ago, and we had, I think we had 400 participants in that Zoom meeting. But Well-Being You is a university-wide initiative. It remains committed to the health and well-being of the community, the university community and the larger community, and has achieved over the years a number of, this priority has achieved over the years a number of great things. We've expanded our psychological staff and access to our well-being programs and services to ensure that we are responding to student needs. And we're actually adding even more psychological counselors this year. And as our students reorient their lives to current changes and current challenges, we expect that the need for that assistance, that basic needs assistance, will grow. So as you can tell from our enthusiasm for these initiatives and the Well-Being You program, we're going to be ready for that growing demand. The initiative includes many components. You go to the homepage and scroll down to Wellbeing U. You can see them all. A speaker series, videos on well-being, and on and on. We're going to show you a little bit about, here's a student talking about well-being, which is part of our webpage series. So we have that in the next slide.
Hey Golden Eagles, my name is Joanna Molino and I'm a certified peer health educator with SHAC, the Student Health Advisory Committee at Cal State LA. We're a group of students who work with the Student Health Center and educate, advocate, and empower fellow students about health and wellness. Do your part to help slow the spread of COVID-19. Always wear a face covering while you're around others outside your household. Practice Hey!
Okay, well.
With SHAC, the Student Health Advisory Committee at Cal State LA. We're a group of students who work with the Student Health Center and educate, advocate, and empower fellow students about health and wellness. Do your part to help slow the spread of COVID-19. Always wear a face covering while you're around others outside your household. Practice physical distancing by staying 6 feet apart and wash your hands regularly. Find resources and more information at calstatela.edu/wellbeingu. Do your part, stop the spread.
And as you heard, she's a member of the Student Health Advisory Committee, which is a very large group, 60 plus students who are dedicated to well-being as part of their progress toward degree. Often they're nutrition majors, they are public health majors, etc. So we have a number of those kinds of videos on the Wellbeing U webpage right now, so that students and other folks can take a look at the hints and suggestions and share in some of the experiences that our students are having. And the Cal State LA students, as I mentioned a little earlier, they and our alumni continue to contribute to the greater well-being of the whole region. They're working on the front lines of the fires. Next slide. This is one of our current students, Hector Banda, who is battling the Bobcat fire with the U.S. Forest Service crew. And he is one of those dedicated students enrolled in a unique fire safety program that Cal State LA features. But other students and alumni are working in hospitals across the region. We have, as you know, a glorious and wonderfully dedicated nursing program at Cal State LA. They're working in the hospitals. Other of our alumni are teaching on Zoom. They're leading the way in many avenues, on many avenues, and we're very proud of them. Next slide. Over the past 7 years, since 2014, we've experienced a remarkable ascension in the U.S. News and World Report rankings. And I think if you click on the bottom of that slide, you'll see the ascension. There it is. So from number 96 among private and public regional universities in the Western United States in 2014 to number 26 this year. So that steady climb has certainly indicated greater recognition about the successes that Cal State LA has been instrumental in, greater visibility for the university and the region, greater support, and certainly greater success for our students who love to see, it's like watching the stock market, love to see the value of their degrees continue to go up with rankings like this. And next slide is the one that we keep, is the message that we say over and over and over again, because it's just so stunning. And Linda mentioned it, and I mentioned it about every 10 minutes. Cal State LA ranked #1 in the nation for the upward mobility of our students. And as I've said before, this is not an annual, oh boy, look where we are this year ranking. This is a ranking that resulted from a longitudinal study over more than 10 years involving 30 million students and 3,000 universities across the country. And what was studied was which universities are providing the greatest access to a wide range of students, and at the same time, providing the greatest success to those students. And what they were looking for is what happens to students who enter the university in the bottom 20% socioeconomically. And about 1/3 of the students at Cal State LA enter the university in the bottom 20%. We have the highest proportion in the country of students who move from the bottom 20% to the top 20% socioeconomically with their jobs, their careers after graduation. Bottom 20% to top 20%. #1 in the United States, Cal State LA. And we are so very proud of that. And that study is cited everywhere as the central indicator of university success and university access. So we're very, very proud of it. And it indicates that our students and our community are central to our success and the success of everyone that they touch. And I am confident that we're going to emerge from the pandemic with new practices, with new tools, with new approaches for educating our students and serving the community. I am hopeful that our nation will emerge from this chapter with a renewed sense of responsibility and kindness for one another. I always have with me my homeboy coffee cup, which I got from Father Boyle. And on the back of this cup, it says, sooner or later, we all discover that kindness is the only strength there is. And I believe that, he believes that, and I think that that is one of the ethics of a university committed to engagement, service, and the public good. And I hope that our national future is suffused with kindness. With that, I'm happy to answer questions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Covino. Is it okay if I stop your slideshow so we can see?
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 second here. All right, folks. Please raise your hand if you have a question for Dr. Covino. Anyone with questions? Let me look at James.
Yes, I think Bill wanted to say something at the very beginning. Is Bill with us today?
Bill Payne is here.
Yeah, to talk about our Rotary Club at Cal State LA. I'm not sure. I haven't talked. I'm not sure if he wants to talk about it or not. If not, I will. Bill, are you with us?
I'll cover anything that you don't. Why don't you start?
Okay. Dr. Covino, thank you very much. As you know, we just started a Rotary Club there that Bill Payne, who will fill in whatever I don't, helped restart it because I think it was probably about maybe 20 years ago they had a club there. My statement to you is this. I know you must have a meeting with your faculty at least once a week or once a month. My ask to you is that could you give us a promo with your faculty members to let them know that we're here on your campus, because our mission is to create young leaders, and through our program, through your Cal State LA, that's what we're doing. So any help you can give us with your faculty with a promo would be appreciated. And my second thing is this. I know that in the early 1960s, Cal State LA, your mission was to develop teachers for Southern California. And you've done a great job with that. And I think that is what has helped the mission of moving people up in the social strata, because your teachers became teachers, principals, and heads of other institutions with your education. And a lot of people don't realize that was your mission in the beginning.
Thank you. And yes, I will plug it for sure. When I was a student at Reseda High School, I was a member of Interact, which was an early version of Rotaract with a different name. So I'm a graduate of the program, and will be happy to plug it. And yes, indeed, our teachers are everywhere and wonderfully dedicated. And we also have, in terms of the mobility issue, we also are #1 in the country for students leaving Cal State LA and students of color leaving Cal State LA and completing a PhD in the STEM area, science, technology, engineering, and math. We are #1 in the country for producing students who complete PhDs in the STEM area, students of color. So it's that kind of dedication, that's the faculty who are driving the students along and keeping them enthusiastic and well prepared. You're absolutely right. So thank you for citing that.
Thank you, James. Bill, did you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I did. Thank you very much. We had a program from a Cal State LA professor 2 years ago, and he was in the business school. I've been looking for his name and can't seem to find it now, but we planted a seed upon his visit that we wanted to re-charter the Rotaract Club at Cal State LA that had been in business for about 9 years, 25 years ago. And he introduced us to a professor working in his business school department, Sander, I'm going to murder his last name, Nuskowski, a tall gentleman who is now and has been the faculty advisor since the rechartering. And we couldn't have done it without his volunteering to be the on-campus representative. He attends the meetings. He kind of stays out of the way unless he's asked. But as I say, we couldn't be on campus without his commitment to these students and to their objectives. The Rotaract Club was rechartered July 25, 2019. It was sponsored by 7 area Rotary clubs. I won't name them all, but that involves the commitment of 18 different Rotarians who have attended their meetings on campus, with a commitment from each club to fund $500 of seed money to the Rotaract Club, which allows the Rotaract Club there to do projects and to move forward rather than always have to worry about where the next nickel was coming from. So with $3,500 is a pretty good head start. We're each pleased as punch at the progress the club has made in their first year of being back in business. And we see growth from each and every one of those as they learn to be leaders, learn to roll up their sleeves, learn to get their hands dirty, and to do the good of Rotary in a way in which only university students can do through their enthusiastic enterprise, fitting it in with jobs, with coursework, with commuting, with learning. And it's been a very positive sense that the Rotarians that have been involved, that this is a noble enterprise. And we're pleased that of your support and of the university's support. So we applaud you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm really delighted about it. I mean, the Rotaract Club at Cal State LA brings together the people that you've mentioned and a rich and diverse community to exchange ideas with leaders in the community, to learn what it means to develop professional skills and to give back in their ways, working side by side with others who want to take action in a positive way. So I think that Rotaract is, as a concept and as an actuality, transforming the world in great ways. And we've seen it happening here at Cal State LA. So thank you very much for that. We're very grateful.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Can you have a show of hands for questions? We have time for some more questions. Jesse, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah. So thank you, Dr. Covino. My question is that Cal State, the writing ranking for Cal State LA, is that unique to Cal State LA, or that's across the other Cal State universities as well?
It's unique to Cal State LA.
What do you credit with that rising ranking? I know there's been a lot of things that's happened.
Well, I mean, for the U.S. News and World Report ranking is often based upon people who know about the university more fully and have a positive regard for it. I mean, U.S. News surveys the country and asks which universities would you like to cite as universities on the rise, doing great things, et cetera, in a sort of a general way with a few survey questions. So I think that our greater visibility and our devotion to the public good and the ways in which that's resonated in our communities has gotten a good deal of notice, both locally and around the country. And that's led people, when they are surveyed by U.S. News, to name Cal State LA.
Thank you, Jesse. Anyone else, please raise your hand. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Covino, for spending your day with us, your afternoon. We really appreciate it. I apologize for the technical difficulty to both you and Jocelyn.
This was
Sorry
good.
about that.
In my roster of successful Zoom meetings, this is high on the list.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
then I'll take it.
yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah,
okay.
No, this is great. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Great
We
to
will
see
be
you.
donating a book on your behalf to our Crow Library. So thank you so much.
Great.
All right, folks. Please don't forget, next week for our program, we have Margaret Bell from the Norton Simon Museum. Rotarians and guests, thank you so much for joining us for today's meeting. Thank you to Rogelio Jimenez. Please come back. Jocelyn, nice to meet you, and thank you for coming today. With that, the October 15th, 2020 meeting of the Rotary Club of San Marino is adjourned. Thank you, folks. Bye. Thank you all.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you.
I know you're speaking, James, but I can't hear you. You're on mute. Let me try to unmute you. Okay. Bye, Lois. Bye, Chris.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.